What's up? This is Ren with some advanced pairing that if you missed our Toscano event on Thursday, this past Thursday, I'm going to give you a little rendition of the advanced pairing that we did so that you guys can get a little bit of what you missed. Yes, I want to throw it in your face what you missed. But I want you to try this advanced pairing. I'm going to do it with a Toscano since it was Mike Campanelli who taught us how to do this on that night. And I want you guys to try it now. I will go ahead and tell you that the Toscano cigar is a beautiful, as I said before, it's a very beautiful water fermented aged cigar that is made in Italy. It's the wrapper is fire cured out of Tennessee or Kentucky, depending upon which Toscano you get. But the rest of the cigar is all Italian. All right. Now, y'all missed the whole story about it being a friendship cigar and how it happened. I'm not going to give you all that because you should have been here. But let's do this pairing. So what you need is a cigar. And then you're going to need some liquor. Now, I'm using a limoncello. Now, on that night, we had 1 part Godfather, 1 part Da Serrano. So, it's going to be a little bit different depending upon the cigar you use as well as the liquor that you use. Now, I'm using a liqueur which has a natural sweetness to it, and you'll understand why that's important when I get to that part. Now, of course, most of you guys know that the basic pairing that you do is that, you have your cigar, you can pull on it, and you have your drink. And it's an alright thing. Take another puff, retrohale it, you get a difference in the cigar. Your palate is different, it's changed. Then, the other part that we did, some of you guys already know this part. You take your liquor, do it all up enough. You get another change on the cigar. You go from just getting some of the hickory and some of the spices come out a little bit more when you get the liqueur all in your mouth, and then you take your draw and you retrohale. Now, one of the things that we went over, and I want you guys to try this one. Don't kill yourself though, okay? So watch me first. All right, this is what Michael Campanelli was teaching us. You take your liquor, and what you're gonna do is you're gonna use like a slurping as if you was drinking wine. If you're a wine drinker, do you know sometimes in order to let the aromatics come out, you all on the wine, right? A similar situation with the liquor. You're gonna come in and you're gonna pitch forward and you're gonna breathe the air over the liqueur and then blow it out your nose so that it cleans your palate, because 80% of your palate is in your nose. So when you say that you can't taste something, it's not your tongue, it's your nose that's blocked up. It's your nose that's having a problem. Now, because I'm in a room that got smoke in it, even though you're not necessarily smoking, you are still breathing all that into your nostrils. So, and then take your cigar in. Now all the flavor of the cigar from that draw is you're going to get all the notes of it at that point. I got the hickory, I got the spices, I got a little bit of little sweetness of molasses maybe. Because my note, actually no, it's a little honey. So it's all completely clean now. And when now you can really taste the notes of the cigar. Now, this is the one that I like the most. Most of you guys have heard of having an old fashioned and whatnot, but usually when you have the old fashioned and they bring the smoke off, you drink it, you probably don't even pay attention to what you're doing. But once your palate is clean and now you want to do your own old fashioned to your liqueur, but pull out the sweetness of whatever that liquor or liqueur is. Of course, depending upon the liquor, you're going to get a different experience. Depending upon the cigar as well, you're going to get a different experience. I did this earlier with a Connecticut leaf, and the taste is completely different from using the actual Toscano or any other cigar. So what we're going to do is get your liqueur in hand. I'm going to need to get a good draw smoke. Now I just put my mouth over the lip of the cup and I just let it fall. Don't blow into the cup. Let the smoke fall into the cup. Swirl it around so that the smoke captures the liqueur or liquor, depending on what you're drinking. A little swirl, little swirl, 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 swirl. Slide, gently move your hand off. Got you a nice cauldron of smoke. Give it a little twirl again so that the smoke starts to leave the glass. This is some good thick smoke. You don't even want to leave the glass. But before it all leaves, then you want to take a good sip of your liqueur. And it draws all the sweet. Ooh, a limoncello is already a nice sweet plus sour lemon flavor, but it brings it all up into the drink. And then change the profile again. Completely change the profile again. Try this with different cigars. Try this with different liqueurs. You're gonna get a different experience every time, but it takes you into a whole nother level of appreciating the cigar that you're smoking. And when I tell you to do it with a Toscano and have something like the the Serrano and the Godfather mixed together, where there's one part Godfather, one part the Serrano, or whatever you like to drink, try it. Let me know what your results are. Tell me what you think about it. And remember, you gotta let it fall into the cup. And then when you're breathing it out to clear your palate, don't do it, don't swallow it, but just breathe it over, pitch forward, and let that air come through your nose. It'll clean your palate. I usually use chocolates to clean my palate, but that actually cleanses my palate better than using chocolates or coffee. So y'all, hey, have a great day. Keep it smoky. Let's keep advancing in this lifestyle.